Powerful words of wisdom from some of the best minds ever to grace the world. Today, philanthropy and giving are a vital part of the fabric of our society. However, few people realize how critical charities have become, how many essential services they provide, the countless number of lives they save. Faces of Philanthropy explores the people and the causes that define New York City as a worldwide center for giving and philanthropy. We take a look at these amazing, invincible spirits whose passion and determination to give back is simply extraordinary.
City Harvest saved my life.
1.5 million people in New York City wake up hungry every day.
True heroes who give of themselves unconditionally, selflessly, on a journey to make the world a better, more beautiful place.
Quarter to a third of all New Yorkers depend on the library to be able to read because they can't afford books. That has always been our mission.
Our obligation is to give back to society.
Probably the most important thing I could do with my dollar.
I raise money for books for the library.
Faces of Philanthropy celebrates the boundless capacity humans have to share.
Anybody can give back. We are the universe only as much as we give back to it.
The value of a man resides in what he gives, not in what he is capable of receiving. In this episode of Faces of Philanthropy, a look at Meera Gandhi's Giving Back Foundation.
I started this foundation to reach out to special projects that we wanted to do all over the world.
Her energy and passion for giving back is infectious. She's a dynamo on a mission to move every person all over the world to give of themselves in some way to help those in need.
And over the years, I've met so many incredible people who are giving back in different ways, and their life is more joyful because of that.
Meet Meera just once, and you know you're in the presence of a force to be reckoned with.
Meera is a force of nature. When she gets something in her mind, she goes for it.
A force mending broken hearts and broken spirits. Her strength and conviction is tangible in her every effort to help those across the globe. The primary objectives of her Giving Back Foundation are alleviating poverty, illness, and suffering, as well as educating women and young children.
None of this land was here. It was full of debris. There were like broken ceramics, and it was really, really dangerous, and the kids would sit on broken pieces of glass and play. This is the remnants of what it was. But when the Giving Back Foundation took on this project, this whole area was full of debris and bricks. Everything's been cleaned out. They have all these new swings and slides and merry-go-round, and we're going to have a badminton court here. The cement is laid, and now we're going to tarp it. And very soon, like in another month, we're going to have grass here.
Their joyful, smiling faces may deceive you for a moment, but many of these children have endured the unthinkable, victims of profound emotional and physical scarring.
I believe we are the universe only as much as we give back to it.
This simple yet compelling and poignant statement is at the very core of the Worldwide Giving Back Foundation. It's at the very core of philanthropist Meera Gandhi.
Giving Back Foundation for the last 2.5 years is a lifeline to us.
And I saw this young woman with tremendous energy, and I said, you need to get involved. And the rest, as they say, is history.
And that's sort of the spirit in which I live my life.
Meera's palpable spirit and determination to make the world a better place is nothing short of profound inspiration. Her instinct and drive to help others is the very essence of her being that became evident when she was just a teenager in India. Volunteering at Mother Teresa's Ashadhan, Meera learned early on the priceless gift of giving.
I met Mother Teresa at 16 at Ashadhan. I didn't realize it was going to have such a big impact on me. Mother Teresa was she was not this large personality. She was very diminutive. She was small. She had this big smile. And so it wasn't this all-encompassing sort of big person. But when she gave you a hug, I mean, she would just hold on to you for a long time. And she said to me twice, she's like, you come here, and I've been seeing you here. And once I took all the kids and I made them do an Indian dance, and Mother Teresa was sitting in the front. She had come in from Calcutta, and she came up to me and gave me a big hug, and she said, well, how do you do all this with that little tape recorder? Because that's all we had was a little tape recorder that I used to carry to Ashadhan to work with the kids. Now I look back on the experience and I really understand that there was a certain joyful, peaceful aura that mother exuded, and I understand what that is. That's really the joy of helping another person, and that joy has sort of stayed with me a lifetime.
Meera reminds us that we are one world, and the power of giving back transcends people, places, and cultures. From the poverty-stricken streets of India to the unforgiving streets of inner-city neighborhoods across the country, Meera is making it her life's mission to give back. She's an international beacon, helping shed light on the darkest of situations.
What kind of trouble did you get in?
My armed robbery.
With a gun?
Yes.
In somebody's face?
Yeah.
Meera and the Giving Back Foundation are working tirelessly to foster literacy and anti-violence with Charles and Randy Fisher of the Hip Hop Summit Youth Council.
Well, basically, the Hip Hop Summit Youth Council was started in 2001. It was started after the music industry was under attack. Senator Joe Lieberman was going to put forth some legislation to start fining record companies and radio stations for putting out certain types of hip hop.
We're trying to save young lives and using the positive influence of hip hop to do that. For us, it's almost like ignorance and poverty are the root causes to gun and gang violence. So by us using our hip hop books and working with celebrities, bringing literacy into a depressed neighborhood is so important because, you know, literacy is the gateway to success. And by working with guys like Avery Johnson, who oversees, or he's a partner with us in our Read to Succeed through hip hop and basketball program, because we found that when you mix sports and music up together, you get more of an impact. I mean, hip hop is hip hop, but everybody's into sports. And so, you know, we're here to break that cycle of ignorance and poverty, but we do that through academics. And that's what we're all about, and that's why we got Meera helping us and supporting what we're doing, and we're really appreciative.
Bottom line is they want to be pulled off the ledge. You know, sometimes you get the guy on the ledge that's just waiting for someone to grab him by the shoulder and say, wait a minute, my man, it's not all that bad.
18-year-old Moses is one of those young people that Charles and Randy have pulled off the ledge in the hope of giving him a new life, a new beginning.
Not even thinking about consequences or anything. I had a gun at the moment and a couple of my friends wanted to do it. That's how I landed on Rikers Island. And I actually realized what I did was something so stupid, things really hit rock bottom. Like, that broke down things to me and made me realize, like, all right, this is where you at, it's time, you home now, it's time to make a change. Make a change, be positive.
As an agent of change, Meera is giving the gift of second chances, lifting up spirits across continents, across ages and gender, fostering a sense of worth and leadership in young people. The Eleanor Roosevelt Leadership Center has been a crucial component of the Giving Back Foundation and has received support from some of the world's most powerful women, including Sherry Blair and Hillary Clinton.
Heartened to know that you are participating in this program that celebrates the extraordinary life and legacy of Eleanor Roosevelt, which will help you develop the leadership skills, the strength and confidence to make a difference in your own communities.
15-year-old Giovanni Marie Roper was awarded the Meera Gandhi Giving Back Award in July of 2012 and participated in the Eleanor Roosevelt Girls Leadership Program.
Well, someday all of this will be yours.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully. I'd love to perform on Broadway. It's definitely a big dream of mine.
So how has the Eleanor Roosevelt Girls Leadership Program helped you in your great quest to get here?
Well, it's helped me gain confidence to perform in front of large crowds like I hopefully one day will be performing in front of. And it's also helped me just feel better about myself and not feel so self-conscious about what people will think about performance or how, you know, I might have done certain things. Yeah.
Do you, realistically, a kid from Connecticut with all the talent in the world, you think you're going to get here?
Yes, lots of hard work and focus. I definitely think that I can.
Lots of competition.
Yeah, definitely. But it's just going to be worth it.
Kathleen Durham is the center's executive director.
The Eleanor Roosevelt Leadership Center at Valkill, I should add, is a nonprofit organization. It's an independent nonprofit that was started in 1978. It's designed to offer educational programs that promote Eleanor Roosevelt's ideals and philosophies. One of the programs that we do is Girls Leadership Worldwide. We believe that the gift that Eleanor Roosevelt is a kind of leadership that she demonstrated without any thought was that part of you that you need to be comfortable with. You need to learn yourself and then learn those things about yourself, embrace them, and then use that to go out into the world and make a difference.
We all took part in workshops that taught us about being a leader and the qualities of being a leader and how to be a better leader. And it was just everything they told us about being a leader really helped me, because I went in there with a lot of insecurities and a lot of issues, and going there I was able to face those issues and all those fears that I had about being a leader, and I was able to break all those barriers down, and that helped me become the leader that I am very excited about being now.
Eleanor Roosevelt has and continues to be a source of constant inspiration for Meera.
Well, we're approaching one of the great legacy homes in all of Manhattan, and it's yours. Tell me about it.
Well, my husband and I bought this in 1999, and this was the last home of Eleanor Roosevelt. And when we bought it, we didn't realize the incredible history that came with the home. But over the years, we've understood the importance of that, and we've opened up our home to many different causes, charitable events, and fundraisers. So it's been nice to share the home.
Meera acknowledges that owning this extraordinary piece of history comes with great responsibility. The home has been the site of numerous charitable gatherings. For Meera, her home is her heart, and she continues to open it for the good of humankind.
Tremendous legacy of Eleanor Roosevelt in this house. Did that inspire you once you moved in?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I started reading more about Eleanor and her life, and today, I mean, even in my book, I've closed with a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt saying, "You must do the things you think you cannot do." And in fact, that quote has really inspired me personally in my life. I mean, I do say that to myself sometimes. In many ways, Eleanor's simple quotes have inspired me, and I do carry them with me in my life, and I've shared them in the book. Simple things, practical things.
Is she still in this building to some degree in your mind?
I'm sure that her spirit is here.
For those who need a voice, to those longing for mending of their broken spirits, to fostering peace and understanding among cultures across the globe, Meera is leaving no stone unturned in reaching out to all sectors of society when she hears a cry and identifies a need for help.
CEO and founder of the Giving Back Foundation, presenting the first ever Meera Gandhi Giving Back Award.
Meera is also dedicated to enriching and supporting the arts.
The Giving Back Foundation is thrilled to be a part of the Woodstock Film Festival for the first time this year.
Hi, I'm also a newcomer to making films because this is my first film, and I think it's going to be my last because it was so much work. It's really a journey of giving back, and it's really in the words of people who are walking that journey. So I feel very privileged to have made this film.
When I met Meera Gandhi and I found out about the Giving Back Foundation, and we just began to talk, I fell in love with her. She's so wonderful, and she's all about philanthropy and so much about supporting humanitarian causes. The Meera Gandhi Giving Back Award is a $5,000 cash to a filmmaker, director, actor, screenwriter, producer who best exemplifies their contribution to humanitarian causes throughout the world.
Great, excited to be here, excited to have my friends coming to see the film. I mean, this is the first time we're showing the film on a big screen, and it's exciting. It's exciting to have the opportunity to share the message.
She's the real deal. She's this wonderful product of Irish Indian descent, who's very creative, and she's as big-hearted as she is talented. And she really did give us a detailed account of why she's doing, giving back, and not just the film and the book, and I'm sure there will be other media events to follow, but why really her life has been dedicated to that.
I met Meera actually at one of her parties, and immediately fell in love with her huge heart and her.
Hard not to.
It's impossible, actually. It's like you get taken in by one great glossy hug, and there you are. She's amazing. Amazing energy, and I love what she does. Tell me who you walk with, and I'll tell you who you are. And to walk with people like Meera and the other people who are reaching out philanthropically, but in a really good way, you know. It's helping people to help themselves.
It's so impactful, it's so powerful, and being in news, the news is bad often. I mean, I spend a lot of my time covering just bad news every day, and what Meera has done and why it's so powerful and why I can't wait for it to become on Fox News is because it elevates the discussion. It reminds everybody that we're supposed to be giving back, and it inspires everybody. And that's rare now. I mean, you don't often have such good news stories.
We start a wildfire. It's going to educate, and also, you know, it's going to show people that everybody can do something. It's not true that only few people can give back. Everybody should give back. And the message is really awesome because giving is receiving, actually. And I'm not being an angel saying this.
No, it is a two-sided.
One should try.
Absolutely.
If people try, they'll see that giving is receiving.
With all the other people around the world that are giving back, it sort of lets you look at your life in perspective and appreciate what you're doing. And you're really, really thankful for people like Meera that are not always thinking about themselves, that even want to do a film out of her own pocket to showcase other people that are giving back. So we're very appreciative that we bumped into her at the United Nations and been working with her and her kids and her family for a long time. So it's a beautiful project, and we're going to continue to push it.
Being in film and television, you got to see her work as a director and a producer, as well as just simply being your friend, as well as being a philanthropist.
It was amazing. This film, the quality of this film it's utterly amazing. I mean, the breadth of it alone is inspiring, but that it's the fruition of the work of one person. I mean, one visionary who decided, I'm going to do this, who's never done it before, who wrote it, who directed it, and who produced it. And it's awesome.
In an effort to engage more and more people to join her cause of becoming aware and giving back, Meera recently authored the book, Giving Back. The foreword by Sherry Blair perhaps best articulates Meera's spirit. Quote, Meera herself is the epitome of what it means to give back to humanity. She's a pioneering champion in her own right, yet in her usual self-effacing way. She has chosen to highlight her friends' philanthropic endeavors instead of her own.
If you read the book, what do you take out of it, and who are the people in the book?
Well, what I'm hoping that my reader takes away from the book is really that giving is joyful and that there are so many unique ways of giving back. The proceeds from the book, 100%, every penny from this book is going back to the foundation. We have it written on every book cover. All entire proceeds will go back to the foundation, and then these proceeds will in turn go for our ongoing projects. I mean, they're going to go to old and new projects. We're also, from this, writing direct checks to a lot of people that are, a lot of charities that are featured in the book.
Who's profiled in the book, and what do they have to say?
Well, there are 75 people and 75 charities profiled in the book, and it's the whole gambit from Kerry Kennedy and her human rights mission, Cherie Blair, who talks about the importance of education for young women, to Bono and his crusade for Africa, to a lot of other people that we normally would not have heard about, like Lavelle Alexa from New York City, who is doing a girls mentoring program, to I Create, who are the Bhargavas, an Indian couple who retired and decided to work with 25 villages in India, setting up centers to train women in vocational training, and have provided a source of income to so many women in villages of India. So it's really a broad spectrum of giving back. Mother Teresa is featured in it through her work at Asha Dan. It's just a myriad of people.
Meera's generosity of spirit is far-reaching. She's engaged in the support of celebrities and dignitaries from every corner of the globe to join her mission in giving back to the universe. She's on the ground level, rolling up her sleeves, working with each and every charity partner of the Giving Back Foundation.
We need that kind of pragmatism and idealism. That's the mix. That's how we get things done. The world isn't going to change just by holding hands and, closing your eyes and wishing it'll change. You got to get busy, get work, sign up to an NGO, get organized.
Even more recently, someone who is using her own fortunate education to give back is the wife of the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Mrs. Cherie Blair,
who supports education for girls and women.
Educate a girl, you don't simply educate one person, but you educate a whole family. And it's very important. One of the key things about educating girls is that you then also educate their children and their wider family. And that means it has a virtuous knock-on effect. Educated women tend to have fewer children. They tend to make sure their children themselves are educated, that they're inoculated, and that their children make a contribution to the wider world. So we're looking to build women leaders who will go back to their countries and become role models and mentors for other people in their communities.
Kerry Kennedy, the daughter of Bobby and Ethel Kennedy, is keeping alive the human rights issues that are often violated around the world.
So today, the Robert F. Kennedy Center for Justice and Human Rights partners with human rights defenders who are on the cutting edge of social change in their countries.
In South America, Patricia Velasquez is giving back to her own indigenous tribe on the border of Venezuela and Colombia.
Well, the White Tie Foundation started almost 7 years ago, and the reason why I started the foundation was I had done quite a bit of work already for the unprivileged kids in the United States, and talking to them in the most needed schools. And I just thought it was time to start giving back to my people. Giving back to me is an opportunity to get closer to other human beings. And giving back to me is the biggest joy a human being can feel.
Her unwavering commitment to making a better tomorrow is impacting those nearest and dearest to her heart. As a mother to 3 beautiful children, Kiran, Kanika, and Kabir, Meera is hard at work, setting the stage for future generations who will give back, instilling in her children to embrace the gift of giving.
I think I've really learned that it's the little things that count. In spending time with her, I've seen that positive attracts positive, and if you constantly let out, good energy and are trying to see the light in any situation, you're a happier person. It's about the simple things that people can do, everyday people can do in their immediate world to make it that much better.
Meera reminds us that one small action can lead to worldwide change. We can only hope that her insatiable desire to do good in this world is never satisfied. The world's a better place with earth angels like Meera Gandhi.
I strive to be a role model of sorts, I hope, to younger people. I really hope that younger people say, you know what, I want to grow up and be like a Meera Gandhi. I want to go out and do things for people. I mean, that would make me very happy, because I think if we're all doing things for other people, the world will just have to be a better place.
This is Tim Malloy. We'll see you next time on The Faces of Philanthropy.